Hey guys, it's your favorite nurse educator, NP Clark, and I'm back with another cup of the morning coffee. And today's cup, guys, although brief, some very impactful items that you can use for self-care. Why am I going back to self-care? Because we all need it so much in this climate of whether it's you're feeling fear, anxiety, confusion, disgust, maybe even feeling like you've been discarded, right? So those are a few words that I want to use, but whatever you're feeling, you can use these same tactics to help you get through moment by moment, day by day, and week by week. Okay, so let's get started. So one, making sure that you take time every day for yourself. Now, this sometimes is hard, but even when I'm teaching, whether it's an online class or we're on campus somewhere, I'm always telling the students, if that means you just take 15 minutes and go to the bathroom and do whatever, meditate, pray, hum, anything that you like to do, even if it's dancing a little bit in the bathroom, it's only you. So, and take that time for yourself. One, we know that research shows, and you can just feel it. When you think happy thoughts, when you're feeling, things that make you happy, you start feeling almost like a tingle all over the body, right? So we know those are the endorphins getting fired up and getting ready to make you have more happy feelings. So in those 15 minutes, whether it's in the bathroom, you can go outside and take a small walk, brisk, but small. Doesn't have to be, miles. It could just be a couple of blocks, right? How about those days for those of you, well, I guess not everybody, but most people are back to work now. So, and on the days that you have to go into the office, let's say you've been working the last year and a half at home, but now you're starting to have anxiety knowing that you have to go back to the office or just a few days a week. Even in the office, you can take a walk outside, step away, shut that computer down, leave your phone, or even if you take your phone with you, put it on silent, vibrate, whatever you like so you don't miss any important calls, but take that 15 minutes to yourself, right? Something that I do myself, and I guess I could have started with this, but I'm going to tell you now, is prior to getting out of the bed, I have a rule that my feet cannot touch the ground until I have told myself good morning, and for me, I pray. So, I tell God, thank you for letting me see another day and keeping me safe. I also kind of tell myself today is going to be a great day. So let's segue into positive affirmations. You are loved, you are loved, you are kind. You are a great friend. You are a great mother. You're beautiful. Some days I tell myself that. Heck, most days I tell myself, you're skinny. And whether I'm skinny or not, I feel great when I say it. So just another example of something that you can do for yourself. Let's say that maybe in high school you used to love to doodle or draw, or maybe you're a world-renowned artist. And sometimes those things become tasks, and tedious for us when we have to do them, right? So in this case, how about you take your 15 minutes and draw something that makes you happy, right? Or maybe you love to cook, but it's a chore. It becomes a chore. It has become a chore for you. Excuse me. I haven't actually had my coffee yet. So so maybe if it's one of those things, you want to get a recipe. I love getting recipes. I used to have a really stressful job and one that I wasn't really happy with anyway, but something that helped me through at times when I couldn't sleep, whether it was night, morning, noon, night, whenever, I would get a recipe, and that process of having to follow those steps and measuring things and, reading back to see what does the recipe tell me that I'm going to have to do. So that can kind of take your mind away. And I know that's more than 15 minutes, but that's one of the things that you can plan during your 15 minutes, right? Now, sometimes they have services that will send you a bag of food and with the recipe, and they give you everything you need. Everything's already measured. Now, if you don't want to pay that, just get a cookbook or go online and Google something that you really like, that you like to eat, or something you always wanted to know how to cook, right? So, another thing that you can do, I like to, and I know it probably sounds weird, but I really do kind of enjoy it. I go around my neighborhood and with a trash bag and kind of with a little picker or whatever, and kind of pick up some of the trash because I love to live in a place that looks clean. You know, it helps me when I drive up to my home, no matter what time of day or night, and I see the lights or the decorations because, yes, as you've guessed it, I love to decorate. So I will at times put those types of things outside. You know, it's actually fall and Halloween, so I'm going to be putting up my Halloween decorations. And I've got a wrought iron fence around the house, so I do all of these cobwebs and things like that. But I don't like it when I see trash, you know, thrown all about outside. So I usually just kind of walk up and down the block, and there's other neighbors that do it as well, but I'll just kind of pick it up and, you know, go from there. So, but it makes me feel good to help my community. So that's just another one of the things that I do. Now, a final thing so we can wrap up this morning because I realize I'm a little bit late posting. However, and then come back this Wednesday, guys, because we're back on schedule. Last week, I had a little technical difficulty with one of the videos, so I just decided to pull them all, kind of revamp and take a step back. So next week, we are back on. We're going to be covering in the upcoming weeks narcissistic personality disorder and narcissism. I'm also going to be giving you guys tips. Some of us are middle-aged, and even if you're not middle-aged yet, you are not too far away from preparing yourself. And what I mean by middle-aged is maybe your parents are at an age where they need your assistance, but you also have children that need your assistance. So we're in that middle age, right? So how do we prepare for that? Just in personal life, maybe we have parents who have comorbidities and may at some point need to have a stay in a nursing home. We need to prepare for that. So stay tuned in the next couple of weeks. We're going to do 2 to 3 different videos, and they're going to be a bit longer because that's a lot of information to cover. So if you have not shared with friends and asked them to subscribe, please do so. I'm trying to really provide some information, and I don't want to say in a snap, but I will say in a cup. So the final thing that I want to address is a hot bath or shower. Now, showers are great too, but there's nothing to me like a bubble bath. And a friend of mine, Andrea Polk, she gave me a task to do one time. I was going through a hard time, and she is just such a natural healer. So she suggested that I take a love bath where as I'm washing, as I'm lathering, as I'm just soaking, talk to myself, positive affirmations again, telling myself that I love myself, apologize to myself for anything I may have allowed to happen to me, or even things that maybe I didn't really have control over, but I could have handled better or just done something different. So, and in that, even telling myself, hey, you did a great job. Taking small wins even during this bath, just